We in the country, powered by Santa AI. ChristmasContractor.com. For the workers, the owners, the vendors, the dreamers. Get busy, get hired, get listed, get busy, get listed, get seen, get lifted, get calls, get jobs, get blessed, get gifted, get found, get hired, get your whole life shifted. ChristmasContractor.com. Come on and get listed. He needed work, needed cash in his hand, needed hope, needed rope, needed one good plan, needed pay, needed day, needed somewhere to stand, and he found a light crew, hiring hands, over 100 companies, looking for crews, looking for boots, looking for dudes, looking for folks with something to prove. So we clicked that list and made his move. Got high, got wide, got up, got paid, got trained, got name, got shown the trade, got lights, got nights, got more each day. Now he's hanging C9s all the way on the roof in the tree with the crew in the city, making good money, man, to work. Got pretty cold air, bright lights, whole town litty. He said I found my lane when I got busy. Get busy, get listed, get seen, get lifted, get calls, get jobs, get blessed, get gifted, get found, get hired, get your whole life shifted. ChristmasContractor.com. Come on and get listed, get found, get hired, get seen, get leads, get the whole town wired. Need lights, need crews, need a plan that fits. ChristmasContractor.com. Come get on the list. Next year came, he had flame in his chest, had a truck, had tools, had a dream to invest, had skill, had will, had no time to rest. Said I'm building my own, I'm coming for the best. Needed leads, needed speed, needed calls on the phone, needed crews, needed news, needed help of his own, needed brand, needed land, needed not to stand alone. Then the directory put his name on the throne. Got a profile, got phone style, got his company shining. Got renderings, got bookings, got the whole plan lining. Got materials, got tools, got the car combining. 6 cents in the AI, got the whole thing climbing. Homeowners came early, getting ready for the season. Asking Santa for the lights, for the looks, for the reason, for the rendering. Showed the dream before the evening. Got listed, got busy, and the leads kept breathing. Get busy, get listed, get seen, get lifted, get calls, get jobs, get blessed, get gifted, get found, get hired, get your whole life shifted. ChristmasContractor.com. Come on, get listed, get listed, get found, get hired, get seen, get leads, get the whole town wired. Need lights, need crews, need a plan that fits. ChristmasContractor.com. Come get on the list. Now here comes a vendor with a product they need. Had clips, had balls, had wire, had speed, had reads, had stakes, had gear for the tree. But nobody knew what he had in the street. Needed odds, needed ties, needed trust in the trade. Needed buyers, needed flyers, needed orders made. Needed a place where contractors stayed. So we got that supplier, lift the leg. Got green, got his name in the mix. Got calls, got sales, got orders that click. Got stock, got lock, got his whole brand fixed. Now the whole train doors. Fooled up big, every Christmas contractor looking for gear. Every lighting pro coming back each year. Every vendor, every owner, every crew drawing near. Get listed right now, this is where they appear. Need workers, need leads, need help in the city. Need products, need process, need something that's with me. Need forward, need proof, need the dream looking pretty. ChristmasContractor.com. Get listed, get busy. Need bulbs, need clippers, need wire on the road. Need wreaths, need trees, need lights for the pole. Need Santa, need answers, need help with the goal. Get listed, get lifted, let Christmas take hold. Get busy, get listed, get seen, get lifted, get calls, get jobs, get blessed, get gifted, get found, get hired, get your whole life shifted. ChristmasContractor.com. Come on and get busy, get listed, get found, get hired, get seen, get leads, get the whole town wired. Need lights, need crews, need a plan that fits. ChristmasContractor.com. Come get on the list. Largest Christmas contractor directory in the country. Powered by Santa AI. Workers get hired, owners get leads, vendors get seen, homeowners get ready. Get busy, get listed. Get listed.
Hell yeah. Get listed. Get listed. What's going on, everybody? My name is Ron. I'm with the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind, Kingdom Christmas Lights, and ChristmasContractor.com. Today, Laura is picking up Tyrone. Yeah, Laura is picking up Tyrone because Tyrone is having what they call truck issues, and his truck is not working very good. So then Mom was like, "Well, you can borrow my truck, and then you can work and do this windmill job or whatever." And I'm like, "Hell no, I'll take you over there." So I took him over there and got my hair cut today. So that's why I'm looking so fresh and so clean. And Laura was like, "Look, I'll just miss the first part of the podcast, and I'll go pick Tyrone up." So that's what's going on right now. So anyway, welcome to the show. Normally, I almost always have my beautiful wife, Laura, with me, but she's not here right now, and she'll be here a little later on. But what are we talking about today? What are we going to get into? We got a lot of cool stuff. Until she gets here, I think maybe we can go with what's on the internet. That was a cool thing that we used to do. Let's see, where's it at? Right here. What's on the internet? Let's go. Let's do that little segment right here because I've seen a lot of things. One of them, the first one I'd like to show you is one from Jason Guyman. Give me 1 second. Let me load this bad boy up. I just got home. So this is something very interesting. Let me share this bad boy with you. What's up, everybody? I hope y'all feeling good. Give me some questions today. We got a bunch of questions loaded up from around the country, but definitely give me some questions. Let's go with share screen. All right, let's see here. Let's share this one right there. All right, so this right here is this guy named Jason Guyman. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but I think he's from Kentucky. He's from Kentucky. So Guyman here is doing he's doing something that says here, the name of the video is how to make your own extension cords. And this is something that's interesting. I was talking to someone about this the other day. I was like, extension cords? That is something very interesting in the Christmas light installation industry that, back if you were installing during incandescent days, like if you know what incandescent is, that's the bulb with the little filament thing or the little wire that goes between, and it burns like 6 watts per bulb, and if you have too many it gets hot and it melts the lines. And back in the day, like when you started out your Christmas lights, you would always start it with like a 3-prong extension cord, medium duty extension cord. If it was going further away, you would consider getting or like if you had a tree with 70 strands of lights, the incandescent mini lights at the time, you can only do 8 strands of lights, male to female, before they would blow the fuses in the females. So you would have to have multiple power connections with no more than 6 strands or 7 strands of lights in a section, and then do another and another and another. And you had to have like maybe 3 heavy duty extension cords going to this tree that you can split up the power, and all the extension cords are getting warm and all this shit. So this is like the way the Christmas light industry used to be, like when people used to install, like before COVID, But now most of the people that buy Christmas lights from us, they never use extension cords. They only use lamp cord with males and females. And so, yeah, let's look a little bit.
And the first thing we're going to do is installing males and females. First thing off you'll see is cutting with these cutters, you cut toward the end of it. Now, when you cut, you'll see that one side gives me a good clean cut, and the other side doesn't give me a clean cut. You see how the copper's sticking out this far? And so what can happen is that copper can actually come across there, and then it's going to be a short, and that's going to be a problem. So whenever we're cutting them, we always want to make sure that the back side of the wire that we're cutting, see how these are the back, and the other side are beveled. So you can see in there the back and beveled. So you want to make sure that the back side is the side that's going to give you the clean cut. See, the back side gave me a nice clean cut. So first thing we'll do.
Well, I don't know. I think when you're cutting, you need to make sure that you use some clippers that get you a clean cut, and it should be a clean cut on both sides. And then what you do is you grab your socket wire, and then you pinch it and pull it, and you can pull that rubber where it covers up the part where the copper is there and it's cut. You have to make sure it's a clean cut. He does have that correct. I'm not saying that he says things that are incorrect, but But he does have that correct, and that's how you do it. But yeah, he was showing how to do that, and it was just so interesting when you're looking there. It's just how most customers, I mean, you haven't heard a customer that asks you for an extension cord, or why is there a lamp cord that's 50 feet going out to the tree and out in the yard and stuff? You know, I mean, you don't have a customer ask you about that. Like, hey, these guys aren't professional. They put just a regular old self-made cord into my outlet, and now it's going all the way around the yard and connecting these 3 trees and all that. I mean, what's the rule of thumb here? For what's your limitations of what can go onto that small 18 gauge wire? How much can it hold? How far can you run it before you're, potentially having a problem? Like, we try to do no more than 25 feet. With it for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. You need an heavy duty extension cord or extension cord if it's longer than 25 feet. But and we like to start off all of our installs with an extension cord that goes to at least the bottom of the gutter or up the gutter, where it starts with an extension cord. We like to do that. But I would say most of the industry does not do that anymore. And maybe it's because we started back in the incandescent days, or I'm not sure. But yeah, that's definitely something new this year. Or the last couple of years I've seen that people, they're not using extension cords anymore. They're only using these made lamp cords with male and female. So that's interesting. What else do we have on the internet over here? I'll tell you what, this one here is from J.C. Chanowski. I don't know if you've heard of J.C. Chanowski. He was, we've had him on the show twice, 2 years in a row. Season 1 and Season 2. I met him in Clippa in person, ClippaCon in Vegas. And, and since then, he's been doing a lot of traveling. He started his public image deal and everything. But he posted something online I think is pretty interesting. Let me show you what he posted. Let's talk about this one together. So J.C. Chanowski says, there's plenty of wildly successful people who aren't healthy or fit. And nobody, maybe, is this the beginning? Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. Unpopular opinion is, if you don't have discipline to take care of yourself, why should anyone believe you can take care of a business? If you don't have discipline to take care of yourself, why should anyone believe you can take care of a business? If you can't consistently eat healthy, exercise, manage your energy, and keep promises to yourself, what makes you think you can magically have discipline to lead a team, serve clients, manage money, and build something great? That is a very interesting post that he posted there, and I'm sure it got a lot of reactions just because of how outrageous that some of these posts that JC's doing here recently are. I don't know. Has the brother got out of touch about what's going on, or I'm not exactly sure what is fueling these. But I was thinking, like, if you having problems with your marriage, if you can't keep your marriage together, then how the hell are you going to run a business? Because that's what the Bible says. If you can't handle your family, then you shouldn't be shepherding this flock of human beings in the church. If you can't figure out how to take care of your family, you shouldn't be taking care of a bunch of people at church. I mean, that's Bible, and that's the pastor, and that's understandable. Because if you can't even take care of your family, how you going to lead me and help me take care of my family and tell me what God's saying when you can't even figure out what God's saying to keep your own family together? I mean, that makes sense. That, like, you could be a leader, but you shouldn't be a leader in the church. I mean, that makes sense to some degree, depending on what you believe. That makes sense. But saying that if you're not physically fit, that you also won't have the discipline to run a business, I think that is really out there. I mean, it's like, if you can't be a good father to your children, then you can't be a good business owner. Or if you can't do 30 push-ups, then you must be a shitty leader, or whatever. It's like, I've seen a couple of these posts that he's posting. You can tell that the brother has some systems where he's disengaged from the realities of work because someone else is taking these things while he's traveling all around the country. And I think the brother actually is becoming a little disconnected. from the reality of, what it really is. Because sometimes, when you're successful, not like success, like, oh my God, I completed this goal today and success. I mean, successful, like, you're really dialed in and you're like just shutting off massive areas in your life to be successful. There's only so much that one person can do. And sometimes your marriage is going to feel the strain of all these hours that you're working and how dedicated you are, your relationships and the things that you do. I mean, if you're dedicated and determined to succeed, there's going to be things that fall to the wayside that, man, I kind of dropped the ball in a lot of these areas because I was so focused on business that my marriage kind of went apart. Or, my relationship and my family time was sacrificed because I spent so much time chasing this thing. I mean, if you listen to like the Elon Musk, I mean, this dude lived in the dealership and slept there because it would fall apart if he didn't. I mean, how are you going to say, well, it fell apart because I didn't do these physical exercises? That right there is just like, dude. And it's not just this post. There's a couple of them. Come on, bro. Let's get grounded back into the industry, bro. Let's get grounded back into the industry. You definitely proven the fact that you can travel the country and you can do all these things and you know what you're doing. You have a successful business and can run the business without you being there. You've proven all those things about what a great business leader does. But, some of these posts, it's like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on now. Anyway, so I would go into that one and I'll talk about it more, but I think I've already said enough about that. So moving on right along, let's see who else we got to talk about today The next one is Murph, Joseph Murphy. We definitely got to call out Murphy here. We definitely got to call out Murph because he got some stuff to say. Check this out. So I done deleted some shit. Give me 1 second. Is it this one? Yeah. This is like a big one. This is like a huge one right here. While we're waiting on Laura, let's see if you can see this one. Jobber is cooked. Joseph Murphy got me to sign up for Jobber in 2021, I think it was. And I was trying to start my own. I told Murphy, I said, hey, Murph, man, I want to create my own CRM. I want to do this and I want to do that. And Murphy's like, nah, man, but then if it goes wrong and then they can keep it going, or if you get a virus or this or that, it's like, just get someone who's already doing it. And then I was looking at a few different options and I said, which one are you using? Because, your business is at a more organized and more professional level than mine. And how are you doing it? And he's like, I'm using Jobber. So that was when that Laura and I got Jobber. And Jobber has been fantastic. I mean, literally, it replaced like 3 people in the office, and everything looks more professional, and it has the customer profiles and the optional items on estimates. So Jobber has been fantastic, but as your business grows, you realize that Jobber is not made for Christmas lights. It's made for a service industry. It's made for just anybody who's in a service industry, but it's definitely not specifically directed towards Christmas industry. There is still Jobber plus 4 other programs you need to be successful to run efficiently, and Google Maps, Jobber, and an inventory system. And you can plug in a few things that's in their friend network of people that they approve. But none of these options are really that great. And they're very expensive plugins and stuff like that with Jobber, in addition to how much Jobber actually is. I was looking the other day. It was like $400 a month. And then I seen like, that's the plan that I have? Like, I haven't paid for Jobber in 2 years just because we recommend people to buy Jobber and people get it get it or whatever. So you get 3 months for free. So we haven't paid anything for 2 years just from referrals. But I don't know that if they've sent me a bill that I owe them $1, I don't know that I would say, no, thank you. I don't need it anymore. I mean, I'm close. I'm not there yet, but Murphy's working on something. Check out this video that he posted. Let me see if I get some sound up in here. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I seen he posted another one today. Let me see if I can find that damn thing. Let's see where Murphy's at. Let me pull this shit up. Where's old Joseph Murphy at? Here we go. Oh, this one. Yeah. On BizRap AI. That's what it is. All right, let me share this tab instead and go with this one.
Crystal, the trucks are waiting on the line. Every crate is marked and ready. You see the map before I do. You see the way through the rush. Nothing falls between the gaps now. Everything is where it belongs. The drawings look like real life. The numbers moving on the screen. I can feel the weight lifting. I can feel the system breathe. You are the only truth I need.
Now, like, when you're looking at this video, this was just a simple 2-sentence prompt that makes these videos on Google Flow and then Google Flow Music. So that's all this video was, but this is based on its interpretation of Murphy's product. And I seen the product myself. This thing, Crystal, this thing, like, it knows where every single thing in the warehouse is for this one HOA, exactly what shelves and bins and things, and every single layer is color-coded on these tower trees and where they are, and making sure you have every single color-coded ring when you're taking them out for installation, and then on the property where every single thing on that property is supposed to go, what the property is, where the intersection is, and then close-up graphics of, you know, what the asset is and where it's going to go. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, you're talking about a spreadsheet person that finally put all of the thoughts together onto one thing, and then it's like he has like the whole world right at his fingertips. Program that he made. He did it for his business. It's just your business is more than likely your business is nowhere even near on the same level as Murphy's. You know, you're not doing $2.3 million in commercial properties in one season. But I'm telling you, this stuff is like unbelievable, completely animated. He has a business service, but I think you have to be, I think he said you have to be over $700,000 of revenue before he would even consider having you as a client, just because of the processes and systems aren't for like someone just starting out. But it's super freaking cool. I'll watch a little bit more of this, but it's pretty much all the same stuff here.
The crew is moving as one. The quotes are signed and certain. Growth is the pulse of the room. Instant.
I mean, basically, it's like you're building a wreath, and he's like, okay, you want a wreath. And it's like, what kind of bow do you want? And you want, I want this kind of bow or that kind of bow. And then, okay, we're going to put ornaments because it's a decorated wreath or garland. Okay, what kind of ornaments how many ornaments does it take, whatever. So I'm going to put these pieces of garland and this, and then all of a sudden it breaks down like, okay, so you have this many garland, and you have these that are already in your assets, and here's where they're like literally located on aisle 3, bay 14 kind of stuff. And then, you know, those actually come with these many ornaments and this many colors, and this is what you have. So therefore, here's a list of what you've sold and what you still need to get. You need more red ornaments because those go here and there and all this. Like everything is broken down to the very specific last detail. It's nothing. I've never seen anything like this. I've been asking for the last 3 years, if you've been watching the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind podcast, I've been asking installers all over the country, and these are CEOs. These are most of the time, 90% of the time, they're not workers or employees at a company. They are the business owner. And if you ask these people about what is your process to do inventory, not one person, not one, and I'm talking about major distributors and stuff, not one person has inventory figured out. None of them. Kinda. For the most part, generally speaking, I do it this way, but not one person has it figured out. Murphy's the first person I've ever seen that has it down to detail like this. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. But anyway, that's enough of that video right there. And then I had something else. I don't see it, but I think I can pull out my email and make fun of this guy. I mean, talk about this. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. Okay. Now this one is Greg Swecker. Greg Swecker. It's like... Oh, what's up, baby girl? Hey, Laura's here. Laura's here. Let's see here. What am I doing wrong here? Let's try something. Okay, so he said, have you looked at my email? Are you on? Yeah, we're on live. Yeah, we're on live. Jump on. Okay, here it is right here. Share this tab instead. I'm going to slide this over here. All right, so this is a... All right, this is a product like, there are people who they say, hey, Ron, I really want you to look at my product. I got this great product, and I just really want you to look at it and see for yourself and stuff like that. And I say, oh, okay. And this guy's been really aggressively, like, you know, pursuing me to really look at this product. So let's look at it together here. This is called Jimmy, and it's like a lighting clip thing. It's like, I'm looking at it, and I'm just struggling to find, let me maximize this bad boy, because I can't figure it out. So it looks like a, can you see my mouse over here? It looks like a clip. Shit. What the fuck did I do? Yeah. It looks like a clip or something, and it has like this metal kind of thing. So like if you live in a place that has, like, I don't know, this is like some kind of a weird fascia. They clip to the fascia under the, and they hang down like icicles, I guess, or whatever. They clip to the fascia, and they have this little metal thing. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So he said, "Can you look at this and tell me what you think about this Easy Clip?" I don't know. What do y'all think? That's what I want to know. What do y'all think about the Easy Clip? I thought it would be more than likely. I can't see anyone ever using this, but then again, what do I know? It looks like it comes with the light bulbs and the clip, or it comes with the sockets and everything from this little image here. So anyway, that's the Christmas Pro Easy Clip. So anyway, let's get back to the StreamYard and remove that bad boy. All right, so I think we have Laura in here. Let's see. We have Laura yet? Let's get the additional camera here. Extra camera. All right. What's up, Laura?
What's up?
Okay, so welcome, Laura, to the show. What's up, Laura? What's going on?
I don't think
Oh, your microphone's not on? How about now?
Sounds like it might be on now.
All right.
You know, the hair's not done, the makeup's not done. This is the au naturel.
Yeah.
This is
and
what it looks like.
Speaking of which, when I walked in here, this is like new for us because we have the air conditioning fixed, and I'm sitting here wearing a sweatshirt because it's like, okay, we're going from one extreme to the next where it's like so many fans going. It's freaking hot as hell in the house, but you got these fans and the air conditioning. We have a couple window units, and we're trying to manage it the best way we can. We finally got this complex air conditioning system installed, and now it's like, why is it freezing cold in the room? It's so cold. I got like a winter coat on inside. It's like, I realize that, we have air conditioning, but why is it so cold? Like,
I mean, it's just set at 70. So the main house is 70.
I'm like, then set it
The
at
bathroom's
75.
Like
it's
73.
like freezing cold, like in the house, like in bed. It's like, how it was really cold, like during the 2 or 3 days of the year, it's actually cold in Texas.
I don't know. We've had a lot of cold fronts this season.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the 8 days it was cold this year. But like you're in bed and you're like about to get out of bed and you're like, I don't know, it's so cold. I don't know if I want to get out and brave how cold it is, because you have to get your clothes and this and that. So it's like, I don't know if I really want to do that. It's so cold. And that's how it is in the summertime. It's almost beyond ridiculous how cold it is in our house. I mean, I got a sweatshirt on. It's like, I guess, right? That's how we're
It
rolling.
feels good. You're not sweating.
It feels
I like it.
good.
I like not sweating.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling. Yeah, and soon, the newness will wear off and we'll turn it up or whatever.
The nudeness?
Newness.
Oh, the newest. The newest.
Nudeness. The
Yeah.
nudeness.
Well, you missed when I was talking about Chanowski,
Oh, okay.
and but you have to be, if you can't figure out how to get in shape, then there's no way you can be a successful business owner and lead a team. I talked about that one.
I think that being in shape, being somebody that is on the other side of the conveyor belt, I think it's very important to be in shape. I exercise because I want to be 90 and be able to carry my own milk. So Ron's not an exerciser.
Oh, I already know. I'm going to be gone off the face of this earth. She's talking about what you going to do when you're 70. I'm like, I ain't going to be around when I'm 70. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I got to make this money now. I can't be waiting to be doing shit when I'm 70. That way I can set her up so when she is 90 without me, because I'm already done kicked the bucket. Some other dude trying to figure out how to use my golf clubs. Hopefully he's left-handed, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that way
there
she'll
it
be
is.
set up. She'll be set up.
I got 20 years, guys. Put in your applications now.
Yeah. Put your
Apparently, Ron's not planning to be around for much longer.
Yeah, let me
'cause
turn
I'm
that light on. How we doing now? We doing better?
I don't know. I got my lights in a weird thing, so I've got a weird shading
you got a
going
weird
on.
thing going on. We need to get our
I need to get my
tripod lights for the podcast. We need to get those set back up.
I need to get my shit together.
I even
It's
have
not
a better
together today.
microphone that Guyman was like, you need to buy this microphone that zooms in and focuses, and as you move, it moves with you. I have it. It's sitting at the warehouse that I thought I was going to use it, and I haven't used it once.
Yeah. You just practiced with it one time.
I need to bring it back over here and get set up. But anyway, welcome to the show. It's finally starting off after the couple things. I also talked about this Christmas clip. Excuse me.
I noticed that clip. It looks like a permanent light clip is what it looks like to me.
No, it's C9s.
It looks like, because it goes underneath the house, and
No,
it
it
looks like
goes
a
on-
permanent light clip.
See, it goes on
It's in the
fascia.
soffit.
Fascia. It goes on the fascia.
Well, that isn't a typical clip, was I'm saying.
Yeah, you just bring
Like
it in
permanent
between the
lighting,
gutter
it
and
goes
you bring
underneath.
it up in the fascia, and it has this metal thing that holds it on, and you would get the bulbs that they don't face out to the street. So for those of you who think everything looks good because the bulbs are facing out the street, it's facing down, but it kind of looks like
The teeth picture.
icicles.
Oh, yeah, kind of
Like when the water's falling from the gutter and it makes the icicles, it's kind of looks in that direction.
I'd be curious to
sorta.
see what it looks like at night.
Yeah, he
Because
doesn't have.
you get like a far out picture, street view. Because that one lady that likes her archway and her windows done on the inside and like looking like teeth. She's got them in like that.
Well, I would be wondering like what this would look like when you're starting to go up, because gutters
right?
and shingles, you can. Yeah, what's up, big dog? Big stuff, big dog. Yeah, did you put that on there?
I did. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I know that
yeah,
distracts
it
you.
distracts me. Don't do that unless no, I'm joking.
Shut your mouth
Yeah,
when you're
shut
talking
your
to
mouth
me.
when you're talking to me. Anyway, so yeah, these lights hanging down from this one, I mean, that's kind of interesting because you don't need to say, oh, I need a shingle clip or this because half the bulbs are facing this way and the other half are facing that way. So I can see that, but I don't know. It's different. It's definitely like a permanent lighting where it glows on the house. I don't know. It's he wanted to bring it to the market, and it's different. It's different. I don't know that it's going to take off or anything, but it's different. All right. So what do we got?
What do we got? What's
what do we
going
got?
on?
I got a bunch of freaking questions.
I
got a
have
shitload of
been
questions.
flying around like a maniac this week. So what are we doing? What are we talking about? I guess I should open your file, huh?
No.
Find the file.
Go
open the
into
file.
go into.
Oh, my drive is out of date.
Shizat. Or you can go into the Google.
Well, that's where I am at the Google.
Oh yeah, well stay right there.
Oh, you didn't even put your questions in.
Woman.
Oh, I know what you did.
Woman, stay right there. I got you right here.
Oh no!
Just stay right there and stay right there where you're at. Stop. Stay right where you're at.
Don't tell me what to do.
Oh, shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Stay right there. It's in there right now. Look. Boom, I got it. So we're going to be talking about AI today. We're going to be talking about AI today and how AI can build your business and advance your business. And now that we have our peoples on, let's get into it, Lyra. And whenever Lyra's not there, just nobody wants to watch the podcast unless Lyra's
I don't blame
on
you.
it.
I don't blame you. It's really hard. It's really hard listening to certain somebody.
Do what? What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at you.
Yeah, what's this? Mike from Nashville.
Mike from Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Ron, I hear everybody talking about AI, but where should a small contractor actually start without getting overwhelmed?
So if you're just starting out a business, where should you start with AI so you don't get overwhelmed? Is that that's the question, right? What would you say?
I am not the novice or professional or expert like Ron is. He's got a cajillion different ones. He uses it all the freaking time. I like ChatGPT. I use it almost every day now. I definitely
That's just
find
like
myself.
recently you started doing that.
I did. I recently found myself getting on it more often. I actually have really good conversations. Anytime I'm lonely, I just get on there and then we have a nice little chat. But
Whoa! You said every time you're lonely, you get on there, and just before that, you said you're on there all the time.
I am.
Okay. All right. I got a couple clues, and they're adding up here.
There
They're
you
adding
go.
up.
There's your sign.
Yeah. Read between the lines.
There's your
I get it.
sign.
All right, continue.
I just use a little bit. Don't get all in the crazy on. I know there's a bunch of different ones and I don't know the names of them. Just get on ChatGPT and ask it some simple questions. Nothing to blow your head away. You can use it. I started using it. Yeah, exactly. I started using it to make ads, which is a really good way. So you don't have to pay for ads from somebody else. You can also, how do you do XYZ? How do you get your name out there? It gives you some great ideas. And I even had it do a search on local HOAs.
Yeah.
Good tidbit.
Yeah. Like if back in the day, like when I came through, back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth and before cell phones before cell phones were invented.
As if that was ever a time. It really was.
Before cell phones were invented, when I came
TV.
through, it wasn't black and white, but there was
the
like
Star Spangled Banner at midnight.
there was a TV that it had like the 20 different. It had UH something or other and a V or something, but you would flip the little knob around like in circles. And then when you got onto the channel, maybe you have to adjust the knob a little bit because it's not completely on channel 5 and you had to move it left and right a little bit to kind of see if you would get it. And then you would like, oh shit, it's kind of staticky. And then you would smack the side of the box of the TV, like boom. And then, oh shit, it comes into focus. Or
His
like
mommy and daddy didn't have an antenna.
You got a whole, if you have the antenna, you we'll move it like we'll put it on the window shade, and put a little aluminum foil on it or something. And oh shit, right there. Oh, that's perfect picture right there.
Oh wait,
right?
you let go back, hold it there.
Then I hold it there.
It's not a long show.
And then you're like, well, you want me to hold the antenna dude? It's finally clear. This is the best part. Just stay still. And if you're watching a football game, you're like, holy shit! Like keep it right there. Like there's no time for it not to work. There's no TiVo or DVR back then. If you missed it, there was no watching it again kind of shit. So you would put the you would put the like the antenna like somewhere on the window or maybe touching a piece of metal and like it's like right there like well it's not we'll tape it there, you know, so you have all these contraptions and shit, you know, to get to watch TV, and that's how hard it was.
VCR.
But now the kids today, it's like, dude, there is AI. You don't need to know an uncle like my uncle that comes over and steps on your fucking brand new shoes so he can get them dirty just because that's fun to do. Like this idiot shit because he knows how to work on a car. Or he knows how to play a guitar. He has this, he's a plumber or some bullshit. Now you can just watch a YouTube video and you can just watch people changing that air filter and oil filter on that specific vehicle or tractor or whatever. I mean, there's a video for everything. And then now with AI, if you take your camera and you just sit there and you take a picture of whatever it is, I don't care what you're working on. You're working on an air conditioning unit. You're working on anything. You're working on some brakes of a certain car. Just take a picture of it and then send it to Chat GPT and say, hey, I'm working on this, but I'm having a problem, or I've noticed it's making this noise, and it'll dissect it and fix it for you and walk you right through it through images. It's unbelievable. You can do anything with it. But you have to consistently ask the questions, and the way that you talk, your mannerisms of your passive aggressive, it doesn't understand that. It's like, get to the fucking point. Not like, you know what? Like if you're working with like a human being, you would say, you know what? Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you go over there and get this? You don't need to talk to the AI. Just get to the point. Just tell me what you want to do. You don't need all this mannerisms and, you know, hey, you know, I know you're tired and
You don't have to be
everything, and you
polite,
had a
is what he's
long
trying to say.
day, and you know, but if it's not too much to add, like just stop all that shit and get to the fucking point. What? And then you're like, create this for me. Then it's like, okay, done.
So what you're saying is chat doesn't get a headache or doesn't get a tummy ache, and it's always awake. It's never tired.
Is that what I'm saying?
It sounds like that's what you're saying. But you can also take your estimate and you can put it in your Chat GPT and you can say, can I make this look more professional? And it'll say yes or no, and here's a spelling error you made or whatever. It's really cool.
So, you know, we can start one real quick, and I'll show you how to make a mastermind tip of the day. How about that? You want to do that? You want to do that?
And nobody said yes.
I was talking to you. What the hell are you talking about? Let's see here. I messed up and did something wrong. What do I need to do? I need to share a screen. Oh, share this tab instead. Okay. Here we go. All right. So let's say I'm going to create a mastermind tip of the day about, we're going to call this one circle clips. And the circle clips is so interesting because most of the people who are training in the industry today, they never installed lights since they invented circle clips. The last time they actively were running a company and installing, circle clips weren't even invented. And these are the people that are training now that have never even installed a circle clip, you know, by running a company. But
You're
anyway,
making everybody sound old now today.
not old, just out of date and out of practice.
Oh.
Yeah, like they got yesterday's news type shit.
Oh.
Secondhand information.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
And we digress.
You asked me, I told you. Anyway, about a circle clip. And these are great because they don't come off the roof. And something else.
And something else.
And something else, right? I didn't really give a lot of information there. And then it comes into the mastermind where it's like, usually I write the whole thing of exactly what I want to say, and then it does it, because if you let it have its own free will, it doesn't give you enough industry insight. But this one will say, like, they make a big difference, and they're great because they lock the C9 bulb and the socket together and all this. I mean, it puts it all together. So then you just put that bad boy in there, and then there you go, boom. And then if you said, okay, what I would do is, you have to upload a picture. Once you get good at it, you get a folder on your computer that it can access that already has your image of your face and your logo, so you don't have to keep adding it every single time. But you would say like, let me add a picture of myself, and then let me add a logo is what you're going to have to do until you get set up. So let me do that real quick. Logo. And then I got the mastermind right there. Okay, so I got these.
Is that a lemon drop martini?
Yeah, is that what you're drinking? So then I would say create, and then whenever you say 16.9, it seems like it doesn't know that. So you always have to say, if you want that widescreen image that fits exactly here, you would say create a YouTube thumbnail of Ron and Laura wearing a Christmas uniform talking about circle clips. This is for the mastermind tip of the day. Dang, I'm not typing very fast. There you go.
Pressure.
I'm too close to this. I'm too close
Under
to the.
pressure.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I'm too close. But anyway, and then it'll just within just a few minutes, it'll just pull it up. And I have my thinking on high, but there's also extra high, pro, medium, instant, and intelligent. Whatever. And then you have the different ChatGPT models. So I use I have the deep thinking just because I don't need the answer back in a second. And we also have the pro model here, and that's for like more of website design and stuff like that. But anyway, so it'll pop out one in some second. And what other things that we do, Laura?
Well, I mean, are we talking about business?
I'm telling you, if
I
you're
use it for
uneducated,
personal and
like
business.
like if you barely graduated high school,
Stella uses it to write her papers that she's supposed to be writing on her own.
yeah. I mean, if you barely
Schoolwork.
graduated high school, and if anyone listened, if you had to write a paper without spell check, it would just reveal how ignorant you are, or how uneducated you are, or how you really can't put sentences together, and you can't even spell words that most fourth graders can spell. I mean, it would really reveal all these things, so you end up only speaking in smaller words that you know how to spell correctly. That's the reality of it, but ChatGPT can make you sound like halfway intelligent, And this is the image that it came up with. What happened here? Yeah, so it's got like, something, and it's got the Mastermind logo, and
That's
I mean, that's not exactly a
a
circle clip. I probably would put a picture of a circle clip, but you get the point. So like this one, you would say, no, that's an incandescent light, and this is not a circle clip.
Oh,
but
look, it called you an installer expert.
Yeah.
It called me an installer pro.
yeah, well, I'm an expert, and you're just a pro,
I
apparently,
am a
according
freaking
to.
expert.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
It's artificial intelligence, so it's a little different.
It only talks to Ron, so it knows Ron well. He's an expert at everything.
So, yeah.
Laura,
so,
she's just, I don't know what the hell she's doing.
So where should you get started? You should get started by, having an expert by your side. You don't need to go to a training class. You don't need to go to something like that. You have one of the smartest people in the world that's at your fingertips, and it never needs a cigarette break. It doesn't need time off, and it doesn't need to take a vacation. It doesn't clock in at this time and clock out. It's always on. Is your artificial intelligence, your AI, your ChatGPT or whatever. And you can just say, hey, I'm starting a business, and I want to know, what do I need? Currently, I have these things, because the more information you give, the more it can analyze what you need and what you have and what you need. So you talk about the things that you have, which is super important. Don't focus on the things you don't have. Focus on what you do have and how to come up using those tools. Not like, well, I don't have a car, so therefore that shit doesn't matter. What do you have? And you use that to come up. So with AI, it will tell you, well, do you have a DBA? Do you have this? Do you have that? Well, what's important to you? Is this something you're going to do like this or this? Once you have that communication, it'll lay down the roadmap, and it can do most of the shit for you.
Yeah.
And then you'll say, well, what about advertisements? And what do you want for a logo? And then it's okay, this logo, save it into this file. I mean, it'll walk you all through the shit that you used to have to just brain fart and do it all yourself.
Or pay
and
somebody.
mess up or pay somebody like web designers. There's no need for none of that shit. No need for any of that now. AI has already taken those. Just some people don't realize it yet because they're still old fashioned or they don't know. So Mike from Nashville, Tennessee, That's what you do. You just start off from the beginning. Wherever you are, just be honest with it. Tell it exactly what's going on. It'll give you some advice, and it's sound advice. And you always want an industry professional that you can bounce these ideas off just to reconfirm that you're going in the right direction. You might be going in a better, more efficient direction than the person who had been doing it for years, just because they're not revamping their business and recreating their business. They have enough money to justify they're going in the right direction. They don't care that there's a better direction. You've seen that a lot with Amazon, because it used to be like in the back in the day, if you want to know how it worked, it was Amazon. It was Amway. And everyone was selling this bullshit called Amway, which now it's crypto. But anyway, everyone's selling Amway, and it's like, what is Amway? Amway is a collection of people who are buying products online, like soap detergents and some of these normal things that you would buy, and you're going to have those delivered to you online. But if you get more people into the system, you're paying these prices that are similar to grocery store, but it's delivered to your house. But the more people you get in, you start to get little percentages of what they buy, and then therefore you could technically be like this one example of a person that brought in people who brought in people who brought in people, and you're making, you know, a lot of money because you're at the top of the pyramid scheme, is what it was. and then they changed it to, instead of Amway, they just called it multi-level marketing. And then you see like Amazon came out where they're going to deliver this stuff to your house, and there's no need to go to the store anymore. And I'll tell you what happened is there is big giants, and these giants are called JCPenney's, Sears and Roebuck, which was like the foundation of like when you started the railroad. And Sears and Roebuck used the railroad for the first time to travel goods across the country from a catalog. That was groundbreaking and turned them into a giant, like Chase Bank, like the foundation of the United States of America is built by these giants, where they did the first amount of innovation. And then when the internet came, and then Amazon's like, we're going to mail it, and we're going to do it on the internet, because the .com age, and you can go on the internet and you can order supplies and come to you. These guys looked at it like, nah, that's never going to work. We've already seen that happen with Amway. And then you start to see them really get some traction with like Amazon. And you still see them not breaking into, they're still sending catalogs with the lingerie, whatever section had the lingerie is the one that the pages were all sorted through multiple times.
Ew.
But they just telling the truth here. But that they send the catalogs, and then you would send in something like when they had the Marlboro Miles and shit. So the catalogs, and then, but with the .com, it's like you can order it. And then once you see like, this is what's going on, right? The world is going towards this direction. If you don't change, them some bitches are going to leave you behind. And that's what's going on right now today with this. Everything should be animated from AI. And I'm talking about, if you have 3 or 4 people who are working in the office, doing what? Doing what? Salespeople? I can have AI scrub every single whatever I want to, get the information, email them all, and then give me a list, and then follow up, talk to them on the phone. There's no reason for anybody working in the office. None. AI can automate everything. Think about that. There's no reason to have any salespeople, because they can work 24 hours a day, while the person in the office, I mean, you're just getting upset all the time, and for a fraction of the cost. You're upset because they're not performing, and based on this much, and you didn't bullshit it around for 3 hours, and if I'm paying you $20 an hour, I spent $60 on what? What have you accomplished in the last 3 hours, except for fighting with Jose? What? And these are the realities of having human beings helping you out versus just get this project done. And, so AI is taking over that, and you need to have that implemented. Also into your business. Everywhere in your business, you should have AI, if possible, and automated systems, especially if it's something you don't want to do, or if it's something that's it's just a monotonous, tedious thing. If there's any way to teach AI or to to make those processes easier, that's what you need to do. Another one is when workers come to work for you. Most companies, everything that needs to be done is in your head. It's not written down anywhere. You probably don't write it down because you don't want someone to steal it or whatever, or you don't have time to figure out your process because it's all in your head. But if you were to hire someone to take your place, do you have the instruction manual how to do your job? And the answer is no. Most people, the answer is no. For me, it's a no. When people come to work for us, we're like thinking like 2 days before they show up, like, damn, well, maybe we should get the paperwork together and figure out what they're going to sign and what is their job description and what, should we put a little thought into that like 2 days before they get here? I mean, that's the facts, So with this, you need to make it where if you need a human interaction, like at our ChristmasContractor.com distribution center, and people come in there, you need like someone to work there and work the cash register. But AI can make all the training templates to dumb it down and make it as easy as possible with someone with low to no competency can still work here. That's why you see mega giants like Walmart. Or like any kind of place that there's multiple locations. It's like one person can't be at all these locations. You have a process that people can follow. And it's an automated process for the hiring and stuff. And this is how you do it. And this is the next training modules. That's the way it works. That's what you have to do, or else you'll never scale because you're only one person. You can only do but so much, and you can only be at one place at a time. So that's always the bottleneck, is because it's all in your head and it's not into a process that's scalable, refinable, and repeatable. So anyway, that's that. So hopefully, Mike from Tennessee, that answered your question, and then some more, and then some more after that. Do you have the next one, babe? It's Jessica from Tampa has a question for Laura. It says, Laura, how do you balance using AI without losing the personal touch that customers still expect from a family-owned business? That's a good one.
That's a good question. I am slightly old school. I still pre-write my emails or whatever, and then I just have chat just double check to make sure I've said everything I'm supposed to say. It gets to know you, like it knows how you talk and knows, you can tell it to stay personable and whatnot.
Say that in the nicest way possible. I have to say that all the time.
Mine doesn't, because mine knows me. It knows I'm nice. It doesn't know that he's nice. So I have to, I just use it to refine my emails, to refine if I'm missing something on my estimates. Our stuff's already pretty well templated out for us, if that makes sense. And I don't see AI taking over, at least for us, for our telephone, because that is something
1,000% it's going to take over the telephone.
Well, not for us. You think you're going to have AI answer the phones for us?
Fucking 1,000%. Yeah, 100%.
We'll see.
When call, I didn't want to cut you off, so finish your thought, but I will
No, I'm
say
good.
about
Go
that.
ahead.
I mean, when calls come in, it's so interesting how people say, I got some person from the Philippines, some virtual assistant that's going to answer my calls and stuff. It's like, God, man, it's so tough to trust a human being to answer the phone for you, because
I like answering the phone.
everyone.
I like talking to our clients. I like hearing what they have to say. I'm actually better at sales than you are.
You caught me with the like answering the phone. I'm like, when? Anyway.
Has the phone rung?
Yeah.
Is it ringing off the wall?
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Okay.
No.
Anywho.
Go ahead, Robey. Keep digging.
Yeah. Here's a little trick you learn from the Army. If you find yourself in a hole, if you're digging yourself a hole, stop digging.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, that's just pretty common sense approach to that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what the hell was I going to say?
I have no idea.
About the phone calls. So, like, on the phone, many people have a VA, and they have the VAs answering the phones, and they're on the truck, or they figure, like, the office stuff is, like, for women, right? This is, like, the we'll talk to the ladies in the office kind of shit. Like, that's, like, a lot of people think like that. The office is a woman's job, but when a call comes in, this is like the most important part of the transaction, especially if you have a business that it's all done over the phone. All the estimate process, you never go out to the customer's property unless it's a big commercial property or it's, you know, something else. You don't actually go out to the property. So it's, you know, it's all done over the phone. That initial reaction, within 10 minutes, you close that deal down. It's not like scheduling a time for someone who speaks English better and knows what the hell they're talking about to call you back. That's not the Christmas industry. The Christmas industry, when someone calls you, they're hoping maybe you can do it tomorrow, not call me back tomorrow, or I'm approved to answer manager calls or some shit like that. That is the most important thing, is to answer that phone and have someone completely competent talk with that customer, find out what they want, find out the reason why they want it, the direction that they're going, manage that expectation with an estimate that clearly outlines that you've addressed all their concerns and you have optional upgrades in there, that they can approve it, at, provide their, payment information and get on the schedule. Super important. If you had during this Christmas season, for those of you who don't know that we're full-time Christmas, in the Christmas season, you'll have someone call you and it's, hey, I'm a $100,000 or more client. Like right from the giddy up. Hey, I'm calling you from something. Right from that moment, you better have somebody good on the phone. And it better not be some fucking VA making $4 an hour from the Philippines. It better be a shark, a heavy hitter, because you lost that from that first reaction by having a C-list person, and I'm being generous, a C-list person talking to an A-list client. Right from the middle, I don't care if you speak English or what, you done ruined it. You need someone who knows what the hell they're doing, talking to these life-changing customers, or you'll never get to the point where you even knew that they called. Who called me today? 10 people. Oh yeah, who was it? Well, this guy named Dave from AT&T. I think, he had, I don't know, something. I think he had I don't know. I didn't really catch everything. He was talking so fast, but it was something like he was interested in commercial Christmas lights. You're like, what? He was a commercial customer? What? I mean, I would be like with my hands around, the whatever his name is, Nigel Yin. I would have my hand around his neck, like choking him to death. That's how I would be, because those opportunities are life-changing opportunities, and I would never trust a C-list person to answer the phone. I mean, a chat GPT, you can train that person to answer the phone, because they are teachable, coachable, and trainable, and always available. And if you're not available, that would be my guess, more than training someone who just started with you 3 weeks to handle your multi-million-dollar operation. I would say we'll be 100% AI if we can't personally answer the phone ourselves. That is the most important part of the business, is how the customers experience you for the very first time. After they call you or send you a message, that is the most important time. And most of the time, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get them into your funnel. So you're trying to get them to either you manually add them into your CRM, or the website itself, they fill out the form and then they go into your process. From there, it's all automated. We'll sit up at night and do 20 estimates a piece, just to kick them out, because it's like $40,000 worth of estimates that, get approved. So it's like, what are you going to do? You going to watch a fucking TV show? Or you need to sit down and you want to go drinking and take the rest of the night off? It's like, what? I don't think I wouldn't pay $30,000 to go to your birthday party, and I certainly ain't going to take the time off to go there, because that's what it adds up to. And that's what life is like for us. Right, Lamra?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, did that answer your question, Jessica from Tampa? How do you balance using AI without losing the personal touch that customers still expect from a family-owned business? You do it by having Laura answer the phone. She's a fantastic salesman, like she said. But Laura will ask them like a bunch of because female questions. Like, she's perfect. She's great at talking with people on the phone. She has like the best voice for it. And she's so sweet. All the customers love her. As a matter of fact, sometimes the customers will get me on the phone, and then they'll be like, oh, it's Ron. And then most customers have the take back because, you know, we've been talking to them. They're like family to us. They'll say like, Ron, I like Ron because he just gets to the point and he doesn't waste a lot of time talking. But Laura, Laura. And there's even some people that said, thank God your husband didn't answer the phone. Thank God it was you, right?
More than once.
But that was like a pastor's wife. You know, they got to stick together.
More
you know?
than once.
Yeah, the woman's
have,
empowerment
said that.
movement.
And I don't spend hours and hours with the same client.
And the
on
other
phone.
customer is completely gay, and you know, and I just get to the point with them. But they are the nicest people in the world. I mean, just like, but I don't know what to say. Like, he wants to talk to me for like an hour and a half while I'm driving.
He
I'm
really
like,
doesn't want to talk that long. He just wants to talk, and you let him get his stuff out. But Ron's a get to the point time person.
it's like, you know, I'm busy, bro. You like, if you have a concern, or I'll listen to you and
I'm
stuff. But
busy.
we're not dragging on conversations for an hour and a half. It's just, you just
I
can't
really don't
grab
spend that long
time.
on the phone with them.
Yeah,
just
Laura's
It's
like
the tone and it's
you know, just, you know, Laura does all that kind of stuff. It's I have no patience for that. I'm like at war, and I'll talk to it. I want to get it done, and that's how it is. And I think as AI takes more off of our plate, maybe we'll have more time to be more personable.
That personal touch with both those clients added to their bill this year. So
Oh yeah,
I'll take it.
It's
we'll spend a little longer at that house and moving on to another house. I'm good. So that's the hard part. You keep that personal touch. I think the phone keeps that way, but it can help you with your emails and keeping them personable, make it sound Christmassy, cheery. Make sure to mention their name. You know, you can tell chat to look over your email, especially if it's a template. You should have that done.
Well,
anyway.
Google has it now, where Gemini will look it for you, proofread it, make sure it makes sense, especially if you're sending it to you know, clients, commercial clients, or even
Commercial
residential
clients, big time.
Yeah.
Big residentials that I really want.
If you're
we'll do that shit.
misspelling some shit, you're out of there. If you're misspelling some shit and it's in a commercial estimate, I mean, just no one's taking you seriously. This shit's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that. Look who's supposed to be at the pool with his family, but instead he's listening to a podcast.
He's doing both. He's multitasking.
He's multitasking. AI native business, not just number one goal, but your goal 1 to 10 for 2026 should be geared towards making your business AI native with calculated human verification and human engagement.
Exactly. It's an orchestra.
Personal plus AI is the orchestra.
See?
Whenever Murphy says, like, you ever talk to someone who's like super smart and you have to keep nodding your head and pretending that you know what they're talking about? Sometimes talking to Murphy could be like that. It's like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, of course I do, right? Like, yeah. And then you're like, maybe I should do some more research.
He gets me pumped up when I talk to him.
Murph?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Murphy, we only talk for like 5 minutes. And if we don't talk for 5 minutes, it's 4.5 hours.
Yeah, at least. You meant hours.
Yeah, it's like. Speaking of which, there's something coming up in June. Now would be a good time to. Don't be putting stuff up there unless I say.
Don't talk to me like that. I will turn you off. You think
Oh,
I know
that's
how to
Joey's
drive?
AI agent. Yeah, he's not at the pool. He's that's it. I am Ron's AI personal assistant. How may I help you? Yeah, we have some interesting breaking news that is coming up. Let's see if we have the. I used to have a breaking news on here. I haven't used this damn thing in so long.
I know. Aw.
Do we have breaking news?
So at the end of the month, we're going to Las Vegas.
Whoa! You just killed my breaking news. Okay, all right, yeah. So at the end of the month, this is Juneteenth.
No, the 25th.
The 25th.
Or
The
somewhere around
25th
there.
of June. Laura and I are going to be getting on an airplane, and we don't normally sit first class, but ever since I showed her one time, now she wants to go first class. So we got a little first class ticket. To and from Las Vegas, where we are going to be staying at the Cosmopolitan on a balcony suite that overlooks the Bellagio fountain. And the reason why we're going back there again, because we were there in after
December.
Christmas, right before New Year.
December. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right before Christmas.
Right before Christmas. Yeah, we just had to get away. It was so stressful, but but yeah. So anyway, what the hell was I saying? So basically, we're going to Vegas for the Murphys are renewing their wedding vows. I think they've been married for
15 years.
15 years already.
15th anniversary.
Yeah, so Murph was telling me his family won't be there. It'll be mostly Chelsea's family. So we'll get to meet the whole all the Murphs, all the Murphys. We'll get to be in Las Vegas, and we'll get to see how rich people, and I mean people who are doing big numbers and they're rich and wealthy like the Murphys, we'll get to see how they do it in Vegas. Because whenever we're there, me and Laura, we're like, you better have some comfortable shoes because we're going to do about 10 miles walking a day and checking out everything, right? That's how I've always done it. That's how me and Laura done it. By the time you make it back to the hotel room, your ass is tired, you know what I'm saying? You ain't going out to the, club at night, if you know what I'm saying. You know, we want to get a good night's sleep, like senior citizens do. But, the Murphs are like, okay, so we got this club that we're going to, and we're going to pop bottles over here and this. So this will be interesting to get Grandma and Grandpa Robey out there for the Murphys.
You're so assholey today.
The Murphys wedding vow renewal. The vow renewal in Vegas. So that's coming up this month. That's coming up in like 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. So look for that. We will definitely make a big thing about that. Because I haven't got out of the office that much, except for today to get my hair trimmed up. So, we'll be getting out for a couple days. He's
been cooped up for too long.
Yeah, I was just speaking to Murphy about that earlier today. I said, now I see, because I don't know, if you've ever met Murphy's brother, Jonathan, when you talk to him, you can tell he spends a little too much time in front of the computer looking at analytics and numbers that, it kind of affects your personal conversation with human beings. Dry, I would say. Anyway, when you talk to Murphy and then you talk to his brother, it's like way two different personalities there. And I told Murphy, I said, you know what? I've been spending so much time at the computer. I really feel like I'm kind of getting that thing myself. Like, it's like I don't realize how delirious I am because I've been working so many hours trying to get this directory off, but I'm having problems holding conversations with people because my brain has just been so mush from doing what I'm doing that it's very difficult for me. And I noticed, like, damn, dude, I didn't realize you were that far off, but now that you brought it out like this, it's like you're having problems communicating with people and carrying on conversations. Is like, shit, Ron, that is not you. So
yeah, he's a little squirrely right now.
Yeah. This is like not me. I mean, I'm wearing a sweatshirt in the office, which is like totally out of character. But anyway, so yeah, I've been noticing that. So I think I'm turning into a computer nerd, antisocial, is what I'm transitioning into. But stay tuned because hopefully Vegas will loosen me up a little bit, and we'll
hopefully get out of my house before then, so he'll be good.
We'll shed off the grandma and grandpa vibes and get into the let's go to the club and pop bottles all night. So we'll find. I'll let you know exactly what happened, but you can look forward to that. Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
All right, Laura.
Send help. Send help.
All right, we got another one, don't we?
Oh, I'm sure.
Carlos from San Antonio. Oh, Carlos. I see Carlos. Carlos.
What is one business process you would automate first if you were starting over today?
That's a good question. What's one business process you would automate first if you were starting over today?
Repeating what we were going to be saying a lot.
I would say email.
I was going to say estimates.
Well, the estimates, you have to look at it and all that kind of stuff.
But it would have built our estimate template instead of us building our estimate template.
Yeah. I mean, if you have the customer's name and address, and then all of a sudden from there you put it into quote template or something like that. I mean, I think the first thing for a new business owner is you're trying to get the word out because you don't have any customers. If you have a customer, sure, you can spend all your time doing that. But when you spend your time talking with customers and getting your estimates and stuff together, there's nobody also continuing to market because you keep marketing, And then you start getting a customer, you stop marketing and you start taking care of the customers. And then you start getting jobs and you start just focusing on completing the jobs, but you're not focusing on marketing and you're not focusing on doing estimates because you're busy doing the job. So that's what I would do. I would automate the sales process and the client acquisition to make the phone ring and bring the leads into you. You don't need to pay anyone for leads. AI can scrub and get you all the information and automate these emails to be the engine that produces leads to you, that you can fumble and not answer the phone and not handle them correctly. But that's the first thing I would automate is the sales process and getting the leads to your funnel. Do we have more comments here? Oh, we got Hagen. You know Hagen?
You have mentioned him, yes.
I've got my first sale. Do you ever do organic SEO? Yeah, that's all we do, dog. So Hagen's asking if we do organic SEO. Yeah, I mean, organic SEO is all we do. Laura and I have never paid for paid ads. We've never paid for any marketing ever. I mean, we pay for yard signs, we pay for T-shirts, we pay for a website hosting and shit like that. But we've never actually paid, like, give me $1,000 budget and I'll do your TikTok or your Facebook ads or your Google pay-per-click. We've never done that. And have zero plans of doing that in the future. I don't think any of that's necessary for our business, and it wasn't necessary for us, and I don't think it's necessary for you to have to be able to do that. If you are someone who doesn't have any money and you're broke, that cannot be an excuse of why someone else who has a bunch of money and they can spend it into having someone market for them. There's no reason that you can't market for free yourself. You just have to be more creative and go into different lanes. You're not going to be at the top of the Google and to the paid ads. But there's ways that you can get in front of customers for free. There's places where you can list your business for free. And anywhere that you could list your business or communicate with customers for free, you should be doing those things. And come up with a strategy to how to do it without taking out the amount of time that you need to process those leads and your process for actually installing and providing the service and following up and the billing and all that kind of shit. Automate as many things as you possibly can. But you shouldn't say that just because someone else has a paid ad that they should just be way more advanced than you. They may be trying to catch up with you. You never know. But, oh yeah, Hagen has a nice one. Mm-hmm. What percentage of your sales are online versus in person? Well, zero's in person.
That's not true.
We have, I would say in person, people see the shirts from the, I don't leave the office during Christmas season, with the exception of 3 projects. 3 projects, I have to physically be there, and I took Tyrone with me this year, so maybe some fucking light bulb would go off, and the hamster will make the wheel go around enough to make the light bulb go off enough to say, hey, I seen this last year, I can do it, and he doesn't need to be here. But we'll see what happens with that. But nothing is in person for us because we're not in the landscape business. We're not in the roofing business. That's mostly in person.
We do go to big commercial.
It has to be $10,000 or more, or it has to be a complex HOA that you can't see the pictures online. You physically have to be there. Is the only time that I would even consider going to anything in person. Now, when you're at the house, the neighbors are talking to the crew members and stuff like that, or seeing yard signs and stuff like that. That's the only thing that I would say would be a personal interaction. But everything is done through website. I would say 92% of our business comes from online. Mm-hmm. And everywhere online. I don't care if you're in Nextdoor, if you're in Facebook, you're in Instagram, you're in TikTok, or you're in anything like that, LinkedIn. If you came from a Facebook group or any of those kind of things, everything, Yelp business, anything is funneled to the website. Because the website funnels you to the form that brings you into the CRM. And then as soon as you make it into the CRM, all of our automatic process and everything starts from there. So no matter where you come from, you have to funnel down into the website to make it to your CRM, whether you manually enter it or they just go to the website and then they enter it that way. So I would say that is 95% of our business is all that, and that's the way I prefer. I really don't even want anyone to call me these days when we're used to. Now I just want a QR code, so you go to the website and you fill out the form, and we're interacting with you in our process. That's how we do it these days. Oh, look, he has 20 new installers coming to his training in Houston. He needs a supplier to supply them. I don't know anybody that could do that, right? Got zero clue of who would be a good supplier in Houston, with the exception of ChristmasContractor.com. So hopefully he has 20 new installers that's coming to the ChristmasContractor.com 2026 kickoff. Where was that at, Laura?
Oh, that's somewhere in September. That's long. It feels like it's forever. It's
Is it
like
forever?
years from now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Any
Let's
stickers
take a
on the
look
bus.
here. Let's take a look at what we got here. All right, so we got some stuff. Looks like my menu got jacked up during this last thing. Okay, so we got, what would it be? Oh, training. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. This is the 2026 ChristmasContractor.com season kickoff. Anyone who's anyone is there. It's the biggest event of the year in Christmas. September 25th and 26th. The 25th and 26th of 2026 at the warehouse in Plantersville, Texas, in the Houston area. It's a 2-day event, and this is the standard contractor pass. So you can take up to 3 people there. You know, if you got some people working for you, some friends, a couple business owners want to get together. We also have a VIP pass if you're flying from out of town and you want that executive service to pick your ass up from the airport. And you get to come to dinner with us, and you pretty much spend the whole entire time with us. Not just the training, but, you know, it's like, you know, you'll be looking forward to getting back on the plane, but we'll take you to and from. And then if you have the VIP pass plus the lake house is when you're really never going to get rid of us. We'll pick you up, and we have an Airbnb lake house on Lake Conroe where you'll stay there. And then afterwards, it'll be like a huge multi-bedroom situation where you can be at the Airbnb and staying with other people who did travel also across the country and having these late night conversations. And some people do a little partying, but most people are there because they're doing business and they want to learn as much as they could.
Yeah.
So
It's a
last
good
year we had
mastermind
Zuzak,
opportunity.
and we had Jason Guyman, and we had, what's the other guy's name? We had
Jason.
Yeah, we had them, and then there was like 4 other people. Lee Airy, and a couple other people. We had also Eric Turkelson was staying in the lake house. Yeah, that was fun. And then the last time we had what's it the
permanent lighting.
yeah, we had Armando and another person that surprised me. What's the guy's name? The religious philosopher Chisholm Proctor. Yeah, we put them at the Best Western in February, but normally we get the lake house for this one because it's such a huge event and there's so many people there and it's a great time. So definitely get yourself in there and contact me if you want to be a speaker, you want to be a vendor, you want to be connected with Kingdom in any way. Holla at your boy. I'll definitely put you in there. And we're both doing the Airbnb. See, these kids, man. You know, it's like we got the same idea, right? Great minds think alike, Hagen.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, holla at me. You know what the deal is. We got the products coming in. I also got something that Laura and I might be going to Nebraska in the next 4 days.
We better get planning on that one.
Yeah, we know a lot of
Figure
people
it
in the
out.
Christmas business, and there's a lot of things going on in the Christmas industry behind the scenes, and there's actually a huge distributor that's going out of business there and selling their products for pennies on the dollar, which we're going to bring 2 trailers over there and grab some stuff. So that's going to be happening in the next probably 4 days before the end of next week. We will be down there. So Hagen, holla at me about that one offline. All right. Anyways, so what else we got?
How many more questions do you want to do?
Oh yeah, questions. I forgot about that. Oh, here we go. I don't know, Colorado. Do we want to talk to someone from Colorado?
I mean, I talk to somebody from Colorado all the time.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Hagen, holla at me about this. We're going to buy a bunch of materials. So grab your wallet and make sure you got some cash. And I'm gonna turn you on to some big boy stuff. So holla at me about that offline. All right. Anyway, we're going to go get some. We're going to go get some materials. I'll tell you about it later. Anyway, so Brandon from Denver, Colorado says, "Can AI really help with hiring, training, and managing crews, or is it just mostly just for marketing?" Good question.
Ron's going to answer that question because I don't know the answer to that question.
Look, AI can help with everything. AI helps with anything. Just like, can AI help me get there? Yeah, you push the button for the Google Maps and then the Google directions, and it takes you right to the house, right? AI helps you as soon as you get to the destination, it automatically clocks the contractor in, right?
Okay.
AI for managing crews. I've already put together the thing where you do the estimate. It puts the products in there. It puts the products from the photo rendering into the estimate. The estimate sends to the customer. As they click the different optional ones, it changes the rendering. The rendering is saved, and then when the crews complete it, when it does the invoice, it automatically calculates their payroll for them, and it's a whole entire process. I'm rolling out on July 1st, so stay tuned. That's in the new ChristmasContractor.com National Christmas Contractor Directory. This thing is awesome. We already have over 1,500 companies already in it. I'm rolling this thing out July 1st for Christmas in July, so stay tuned with that, but that's what we got going on right here. Next question. Amanda from Charlotte, North Carolina.
It's a beautiful place in Charlotte.
Yeah, we were gonna go. Remember when we were gonna get into permanent lighting? We were well. I tell you what, I'll get into permanent lighting, and I'll consider getting with your product. But he said, okay, well, you have to come to Raleigh, North Carolina, and then I will, help you out and get you into the industry. And then I was like, oh, you want me to go to Raleigh, North Carolina? That doesn't really roll out the red carpet, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe for somebody, but for me, I just really feel like you should be rolling out the red carpet and treat me with some respect, like I'm not just some fucking average person walking down the street. I feel like I should be treated with respect and rolled out the red carpet because I'm Ron Robey with Kingdom Christmas Lights, and I can sell permanent lighting. I can promote your business. What do you mean come pay and come out here to Raleigh, North Carolina? So that's the reason why we don't do business with Omni. And we started with Invisalights just because the red carpet treatment. But anyway, that has nothing to do with Charlotte, North Carolina.
How do you know when a business process is broken versus when the team just needs better training? Moving on. Jesus Christ.
How do you know when a business process is broken versus when the team just needs better training? That's a good question. If Murphy was here, he would know the answer. You know what I mean? But, I would always look in the mirror, okay? Because this guy is so freaking incompetent. These are the dumbest fucking people in the world, and all this other kind of stuff. You're thinking in your head. You're not saying that. But you're thinking that, God, they're just so incompetent. How do you make it through life being this stupid? Right? You're thinking that in your head, but you're not having personal reflection. Your personal reflection is maybe you're not doing something right. Let's not keep blaming it on every single other person that they're just dumb and they just can't figure it out. Always consider the possibility that your process is broken. And the reason why I say that, because don't you change it every single year?
Sometimes.
Don't you add stuff to your process because it wasn't as efficient as you thought it was going to work? Every year. Every year you change your process because you know it's not working the way that you want. You know that it could be better. You know that things caught you off guard and you didn't realize that this was going to happen. You're like, oh, damn. So these are really important things. Always, never think that it's always everyone else is stupid and you're the smartest person in the world, because if the job is not getting done, it's your fault. So your hiring process ain't right. Your training process ain't right. You're not making it easy enough. It's too complicated. You're putting too much on that person. Your process of figuring out who is capable to handle what and what reasonable responsibilities are, or something, or your judgment, and this is a person that can do it. Something you did. Because whenever there's problems in a company, it shit goes downhill from the top, right? It goes downhill from the top. If there's bad company policies and people are upset, it's the person at the top. It's their fault. And it runs downhill because everything is a reflection of the person at the top. So always look at yourself in the mirror and say, what do I need to fix? Because when a customer calls me and then I'm providing a service, and if it doesn't happen, they're not calling the person that came out there and did it. They're calling you because they gave you the money to do it. So why is it not done? You cannot blame it on anyone. It's your fault. It's your fault. But, definitely there's some incompetent people that just don't know 2 + 2, but you hired them. You said that you wanted that person to represent your business. So, yeah, I think your process, Amanda, darling, from North Carolina, Charlotte, not Raleigh, but Charlotte. Yeah. How do you know when a business process is broken versus when the team I would always consider the fact that your process is something with your process is the reason why the work isn't getting done, because it should be able to get done without you being there. You'll never scale past, the business that you work in. Always be thinking about how to scale. Is what I'm doing, could I scale this times 10? Could I be 10 times bigger than what I am right now? And would that process still make sense? And if it does, then you got a good process, like Walmart or something. You just have a bad worker or something happened. But, the chances are your process isn't there. So always be trying to refine your process, because results are the only thing that matters. And if you're not getting the results, look at yourself first. Here we go.
Wait 1 second. So I disagree just a little bit. I think that when you're hiring somebody, if you go with the rule of 3, if you've got to explain to them 3 times something, then maybe you didn't train them enough and they might need some more training. Because when you interview that person, especially people that are in the office or in the warehouse, it's like going on the first date. It's the best version of that person. They're smart, they're efficient, they multitask, they can do all these things, and they're really, really good at it.
And they can work all these hours, and they don't need no time off. 7 days a week, 12 hours a day, 12-pitch roof. Oh, man, I can do it barefoot and flip-flops. You're like...
Yeah. Anyway, so you get the person in the office and you're showing them the ropes and all that stuff, and they got it. Oh, no problem. I totally understand that. And then the mistakes start to happen. And then you realize after the 3rd time, like they shipped the wrong box because they didn't read the outside of the box, or they did something wrong with the computer that, caused an issue. If they do it 3 times, they might need some more training. It might not be your process. You need to define if it's the same mistake, and after you go over it with them, is that person just wants to, just isn't smart enough, or they haven't been trained properly, or your process isn't right. You have to kind of dissect it. Which is it? Is it the installer not doing the job correctly because they weren't trained to do it correctly, or they just didn't understand it? Another one is we have a checklist that goes into the trucks. We started that checklist because they would forget to bring things, and they don't know what they need, and you know what they need. So having a process, our process of on the installation checklist, every truck has this. No matter what, even if they say they don't need it, we make sure they have it. So
yeah,
you look at your process. Is it a 3rd mistake? Is it something that you could do to make it better?
Yeah. Speaking of which, Hagen's got like 8,000 messages here, so let's like answer one of them at least.
Okay.
All right. When you sell products to contractors, I'm sure that's what he meant. Yeah. Do you ever get contracts again? Finding your ChristmasContractor.com site, and does it make a difference in total sales versus the Facebook group, podcast, etc.?
Our material sales are based off of, number one, a lot of our guys come to our warehouse and purchase, and then we have the other half is online sales. We don't really do through Facebook groups.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, not the marketplace, maybe.
I guess you're trying to say, are my installation customers from Kingdom Christmas Lights, do they ever find that we sell products also on a totally different website, christmascontractor.com? And how does that affect our business if the people who we sell the installation service with materials leasing, if they were to stumble upon the fact that we also sell lights and now they can see the price of the lights and all these other kind of things? We've done this for however many years, and it's actually a good alternate transition because not everybody you talk to is your customer. In fact, many people you talk to, the process of weeding out who is your customer and who just thinks that the service costs $200 because that's what the neighbor was going to do it. They're just comparing pricing, or they got their own lights from Home Depot, or something like that. When you identify that they're not your customer, it's a great place to send them, especially when you're going to have pretty much all the Christmas light installation contractors all over the country, that they can go on there and they can buy our products and find a local contractor that does install your own lights on there. So it's a great tool for us to kick back the ones that we don't fit our business model, to give them an option to actually purchase the materials themselves, or purchase something because they have a $300 budget. You can buy something, online, and you can find maybe another contractor that can do the project. If you have your own lights from Home Depot or whatever, there's people who will do it, and I got some of those people who buy from us, and they're perfectly cool with doing that. So finding like an alternative for those customers. Another one is when you first start out, you're saying yes like a little hoe. You saying yes to everybody who calls, what I'm saying? But like after a couple of years, you're like, whoa, I need to shade off some of these like $250 David Merle jobs, and I need to get like some real jobs, like Murphy jobs that are like $10,000 or more. His minimum, by the way, is $10,000 for residential minimum, or he doesn't do it. Isn't that crazy?
Awesome.
Nuts. I was just like, what? No wonder you only do 100 projects a year. Holy shit. Like he was telling me the other day, he's got a $200,000 job. He was picking up $100,000 check for the deposit yesterday. I was like, damn, dude. Anyway, in the DFW area where there's no money to be made, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? Anyway, what the hell was I talking about?
Oh. You're talking about some other thing about another thing you said, and another thing.
Wow. Okay. Well, since we got that one. No, but yeah, so like once you get your customer list going and you're trying to shed them off, those people have like cut with you since the very beginning, and they've been with you, and you know them, and you know their story, and you know their grandchild that came in from overseas and he was in the military, and it was that first Christmas, or they're a realtor and it was $350 when it was new, and you already had the stuff laying around. They live right down the street, and it's like it wasn't a big deal because of the timing. And then after you're reinstalling it, and you're like, so what if it was $350 to install it new? What are you thinking? Like maybe $150 to reinstall it? And then you're like, hold on, this makes 0 sense that I'm doing these. But these customers are important to us, and we like these customers. But I can't just say call David Merle and their company will not show up and all this other stuff and whatever. You can't do that because they're going to make you look bad. I'm just picking on David. He has a quality company and everything. I'm just picking on him for the $350 part. But anybody that you recommend, it could possibly tarnish your own name. So when you send them to the business directory, if they have a bad experience, they can just leave them a bad review or 1 star or whatever like that. But it's not taking your personal reputation. But you also are saying, let me help you find a contractor. We're not able to do that, but let me help you find a contractor. And we send them to remember that's the first time we started that business directory, but it just wasn't as successful as it's going to be now. But, and then that's where we pinned them off to like maybe 10 different contractors that bought from us, and they could find, someone to still do their job. So it's like, well, go to the Facebook groups and go to the I Love Conroe page and, find a contractor there and tell them that you already got your own lights from Home Depot, and you'll find somebody. I just make it easy. I just click them over here, and they're in my directory, and they're still in my ecosystem, and they're still doing business with us indirectly. And, that's what we do with those customers. So if that answers your question, they both work together. They both work together. All right. So anyway, let's go to Tyler. Tyler from Phoenix, Arizona says, what's the difference between using AI as a tool and actually building your business around AI?
Good question.
The difference between using AI as a tool, yeah, you know what? The difference is what I'm trying to do right now. It's a huge difference. It's like, I had a mastermind tip of the day the other day that said, you know, back in the day, like when Laura was going through high school, before there were cell phones invented and dinosaurs roamed the earth and cars, you could wreck into them. There's barely a scratch because they were made out of like steel, like a tank. There was like the flashlight and the calculator and the beeper. We had beepers, you know what I'm saying? Where the 8008135 it's spelled boobies backwards or whatever. Remember that? Or the 911
How
means
would you know that from
you
back in the
better
day?
go find a payphone real quick and call because maybe something's important.
Cameras.
Yeah, camera, video. You had that big ass thing on your shoulder, the video camera and all that. Then all of a sudden, the cell phone replaced all these things: typewriter, mail system, mailing things to people. Now you have email. It replaced all those things with one device. Okay, now using AI to support your business is still having one of many 6 or 7 different things on your dashboard that I need AI to do this, and then I need to go to Facebook to do the groups or my Instagram to post it, and then I got my CRM, and then I got my Google Maps, and then I got my other thing with inventory, and I have this other thing. It's the same thing. Is the phone taking all those? If your AI is built around AI, you have one dashboard, and all of these 6 different things that you need to do business is all in the same dashboard, and they all work together. You never leave that dashboard, or you never leave that phone. You can do everything from that phone. It's the same thing. That's when your business is actually built around AI versus you're just using AI as a tool because I can make a song or I could make a video or something with AI. So those are individual tools, but when you finally get to the point that you're trying to get to, if you have time and the knowledge to do it, and the patience actually, that's when you're building your business around AI, where you take those 5 things and you bring them all into one thing. And if they won't go, you just copy it and do the same exact thing and bring something that will integrate it into your life and into your business where it's completely automated. And that's where Kingdom Christmas Lights and ChristmasContractor.com is going in 2026. And that's where a lot of other people who are entrepreneurs. This is, if you haven't heard me say this, this is Major League. And I say Major League because Opus likes to look for Major League and then record the rest after that. But this is Major League. In 2026, this is the .com era. Okay, back when I was younger in the 90s, they had the .com, where the first time .com came out and everyone got rich and they were like, oh my gosh, you know, these .com bubble, everyone got rich. This is another wave of the .com where AI has finally opened it up where anybody can do anything. You don't need to be a professional computer programmer. You don't need to be a graphic artist to do, you know, pictures and images. You don't need to know how Photoshop very good. You don't have to do most of that stuff. You don't have to be a good writer and author. AI has closed the gap. This is the .com. It's a race to completion. It's a race to find out who is going to be the first to market. Right now is same as the .com bubble. Get off your ass and get busy. That's what's going on. That's what's going on in 2026. And that's how awesome, amazing of an impact you can make when you've been trying so many years and falling short. Now that AI is out there, get off your ass and get busy and get that shit done, because now it's time to do it. But yeah, that's the answer to that question. I'm going to take one more.
Okay.
Let's see here. This is Tiffany from Houston, Texas. I know. Do you know any Tiffany's from Houston, Texas?
I do.
You do? Mm-hmm. Oh. Tiffany, do you think it's the same one by chance?
It'd be very surprising, but could be.
Yeah. All right. She's not into Christmas lights like this?
Don't know.
All right. Anyway.
Why, do you want her to be in Christmas lights?
No, I'm just asking maybe if you knew what Tiffany, trying to make a little small talk, you know what I'm saying? What's a process every small business owner should document immediately even if they only have a small team. Laura.
I'm reading it again. What is the process every small business owner should document immediately, even if they have the small everything?
Yeah, I would.
Your email process, your voicemail process, your how you load your trucks.
Yeah. When we first started, there was only one source of truth that was the source of truth for the whole entire business. It was the only thing I personally documented into a handwritten ledger at the time. That when Laura said, let's put all this into the internet, into spreadsheets and stuff, I said, oh, no. We don't do spreadsheets and shit. This personal handwritten ledger is the Bible. And this is the source of truth. And what did we document into the Bible?
Ron liked to document every deposit and every final on a piece of paper.
When I was like very organized, this is like a story into it, but this is major league, but it's not really that
It's
major
not
league
major
because it was like amateur hour kind of thing.
Yeah.
When you look back at, but you're very unorganized and you don't have a good CRM. You don't know what the hell you're doing. But the one thing you need to know is anytime someone pays you money for anything, I documented their name and then how much they paid me, right?
Yes.
Was anything else on there?
No.
No. So I wrote something Jones, Nora Jones, for example, and then it had some more information than that. It was damn near the whole thing. But anyway, I just put something about maybe where they were at, maybe Richmond, Texas, and then I put on there $492 or whatever it was, whatever that number was. And then I just, every time someone gave me money.
And then when the installer got paid. But this is a long time ago.
Every time someone gave me money, I wrote it down on a piece of paper. Because if someone gave me money, then I got a piece of paper here. If anyone who ever gave me money, I don't care if the computer quit working tomorrow, I have a handwritten ledger. And then we also put it on the board, onto a whiteboard. But just in case someone erased it, I had a handwritten ledger of what they paid me. And then at the when we installed it, I would put the person's name who I paid to install it, because we were so unorganized at the time, but doing like, I don't know, the first year we did like 300 houses or something with this bullshit process with Google Sheets and a paper written Bible. But anytime I paid someone for it, I would write down who I paid. So when someone says they're doing payroll, I would go and find it. I wrote the initial payment and then I wrote the final payment. Remember?
Yes.
The initial deposit and then I wrote the final payment. So if they're trying to get paid on this one, I would look and say, oh no, they haven't paid their final payment. We can't pay on this one because they haven't paid their final payment yet. Remember? And then once I had the initial deposit and the final payment, and then the next place I would write who the installer was and then how much I paid them for the install, right? Mm-hmm. So if someone was trying to turn in something that's already been paid, I would go right down to the Bible and say, nah, Miss Jones, I got the deposit, I got the this, but I already paid someone else on this one. I can't pay twice on this one. Because you get so busy, you make so many expensive mistakes. That's how I did it before I met Laura. And obviously just talking it out loud right now sounds kind of ridiculous.
Fair.
But it was the source of truth that I could guarantee. It's not like, oh, you forgot to add that and switch this up and whatever. That was the one thing that was a source of truth that was always true, that I could do payroll with, I could do estimates with, I can see who's who, what's what. That was the one document. If someone says, hey, I paid you this deposit and am I on the schedule? I'd open up the Bible because I knew that was a fact. And I'd say, yep, their name's right here. They did pay us. And I'd look back at the board and say, they're not on the fucking board. Are you serious? How have you paid me and you're not on the board? Anytime someone pays me money, I want to see their name. So I want to remember their name. I want to say their name every single day until I have it memorized. I memorized every single customer. Every single, when they called, how the conversation was, exactly what it was said, walking through it. Every single customer, 400 customers, I remember every single person's name and exactly how the conversation started. If they called back, I remember every detail. And this is how I did it. Repetition of saying their names over and over and over. It's like, well, I was at 38 Fairview Avenue. And you're like, I have no idea what that means. I mean, that's obviously the Boston police officers that used to live at 34 Fairview Avenue. But I I didn't know when you say address, I don't know customers by customer numbers and addresses. I know them by their name. That's how a professional does. Say you went to Miss Jones' house, and I'll correct you and say, oh, the one in Richmond if there's 2 of them or something. But you say the first and last name, that's how I know the customers. And I have them all memorized. Well, maybe not as much in the last couple of years, but have them all memorized. And how we did it. And that's how you build family, right? Especially when they call. Laura does this thing.
I don't recommend the ledger part.
No, not the ledger.
Much more organized. I have gotten him way more organized than that.
This is in 2018.
Yeah, don't even say what year it is. It just makes it sound
This was in 2018. That's when this is what I thought. This is when I first started. I never went through training. This was I didn't want to drop the ball and say, hey, I paid you money. And you're like, you paid me money. Then we used to have this we had this credit card processing that you had to go back through and find out if they paid. And there was like 4 or 5 or 6 different systems you had to go through to find out if they paid before Jobber and all that. And it was like, it didn't say it on our Google Sheet. So it was like, I need something that I can quickly reference this. If I'm on the phone and it's like, oh, did you? And I can just look at it really quick. And it worked, but it was definitely not the best way of doing it for sure. But that's how I did do it. And there's multiple ways to do it. Just make sure the way you're doing it, you're always doing it faster and more efficiently.
Yeah.
And that's how we got to where we are today.
We're much faster and more efficient now. Much. We still have a little work to do, though.
It kind of brings you back to the very first point when I was first starting and saying about the different business practices and processes, and is it your fault? Yeah, because every year you learn that shit didn't work, and it could have worked better if you'd have just did it this way. And every year you're making those changes, making it better, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Amen. All right, dear. Hallelujah. Thank Jesus. All right, what else did we get? Did we not get to everything?
That was the last one you were going to do. So any other closeouts you want? Anything else you want you to point at?
Well, I promise. I got a couple people that were saying, "Hey, are you going to teach me about some of this AI stuff?" And I'm like, I think we covered a lot of AI stuff. Yeah, I think we covered about most everything. I think we're on for 2 hours. So we did like for what Guyman does exactly at 1 hour when he falls asleep at 59 minutes. Yeah, we done went an hour and 52. So we done went a whole hour longer.
Yeah,
or 52 minutes longer. So yeah, I think we're doing good. If you have any questions, guys, I want to recommend that you go to the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind Facebook group. That's where I'm on there every single day. I'm pouring my heart into there every single day. If you have any questions, you want to talk to us about anything, definitely like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Kingdom Radio, Kingdom Christmas Lights, either one of those. We're also on X. If you like talking smack and stuff like that on X, I don't do a lot of that anymore. But I certainly have over the years, especially when I'm following certain events that has happened. So X, so you can find us Kingdom Radio TX, Kingdom Radio Texas. We also have a Christmas Light Installers Mastermind group on X that we share a few different things you can't find on the Facebook group. So we have a lot of different things. I appreciate each and every one of you connecting with us. There's been a lot of people who've been watching our podcast afterwards and saying, thank you so much. I had no idea that you guys did this. When do you do the podcast? And what's the answer to that, Laura?
We do our podcast every Wednesday at 3 p.m.
Hump day. So whenever it's Wednesday, and it's 3 o'clock where it is finished, anytime it's 3 o'clock, you think of Kingdom, anytime it's Wednesday, you think of Kingdom. Wednesday at 3 o'clock, it's definitely the Christmas Light Installers Mastermind podcast. And that's what we're doing with your favorite friends, Ron and Laura from Kingdom Christmas Lights and ChristmasContractor.com. I mean, that's pretty much what's going on right here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And any final words from Laura about if you don't like the way that life is going right now?
You want me to go through the whole thing or just the end?
Yeah, just go down through it both. You got this shit. Since you missed the first part, you're going, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That's how you finish. If you find yourself sitting around, drinking beer, playing video games, not taking care of your family, not taking care of business, you need to get off your ass and get busy.